It's your girl, Redeem.
And your boy, Clark Kent the Gent.
That's right. And we're on the second segment, the 5th episode of The Great Exposure.
Most definitely, man. We got a good show for y'all today,
Yes,
man.
we
Our
do.
first guest, good friend of yours.
That's right. That's
I just
That's
met her,
my
but
girl.
man, she's definitely cool, man, and she's definitely
Right.
multi-talented, and she
Yes.
has a lot going on. So
She
I
do.
definitely need you guys to pay attention because this woman's a cosmetologist.
That's right.
Importantly, she's a CEO, is the CEO
Right.
of Transition to Freedom campaign.
That's right.
That's big, man. Just listen to what it is. Transition to Freedom campaign.
That's
So
right. She's doing big things. And J and K Catering. She also has, a catering service.
you gotta eat.
Of course. She's also with the NAACP. So when I say this girl's a strong woman doing her thing, this is a strong woman doing her thing. Leader, okay?
Definitely.
Can we say leader? Can we say our next woman Malcolm X or our next
Leader.
woman Martin Luther King?
Next, another black queen, you know what I
Right.
mean, coming in the
Right.
building, man. So
Camila.
straight out.
Hey,
What's going on?
Looking good.
How you doing,
How
man?
you doing?
Have a seat. Come on.
Man,
Have a seat. Looking good.
Thank you.
this is big right now, man. We're glad you can grace us with your presence. We
Oh,
know
thank
you're
you for
a
that.
busy woman.
Right?
I try.
Very, very busy.
Definitely.
I try. Thank you for having me. Thank
No
you.
problem. What's up? So what's been going on?
Oh, I work no play.
I know. You're a busy woman. Hard to get in contact with, too.
See, look, they talking about contact, and I'm talking about these kicks. I'm
I
talking about this
know.
fit with
Right,
the
look
jewelries
at
on you that really coordinate. I want to say I'm checking you out now. Let's see you.
Thank
Look at you. You see
We got me all blushing, right? Hold
Right.
on
She's
now.
looking
Okay.
good. Man, you are doing major things for the
Right.
community. I
Yeah.
mean, she started off doing hair, right?
Right.
Cosmetology, school. So what's been up? I mean, what have you been doing as far as hair and stuff like that? Have you still been doing that, or?
Yeah, well, Ethnic Ethnicities, which is my salon. It's a home-based salon.
Okay.
And what I do just the, basic cosmetology, hair, makeup. That's what pays the bills.
I hear that.
That's been about 12 years
Gotta
now
have
that I've been doing that.
Gotta have that.
Man, that's big, because everybody needs something done. Because I be seeing these women around here, y'all need to go holler at them, because I seen y'all, and a couple y'all need eyebrow, yeah, you know what I'm saying.
A mess. But yeah, you got that going. So, is there any information that you can give the people as far as cosmetology? Because we're going to get into, the stuff you're doing for the community, because that's a big major thing.
Mhm.
But as far as you doing hair and stuff like that, is there any information that you want to give the people, a way they can contact you in regards to like getting their hair done, makeup, different things like that?
Well, you can pretty much contact me. My clientele is pretty much loyal based. You know what I
Right.
mean?
That's
I'm
what's
not
up. Loyal.
trying to. It's not about having a beauty shop. It's about having a cosmetology school.
Okay.
And there's so many salons out here. I don't have time for a competition because I've been doing this.
Right.
You know what I'm
right,
saying?
right,
so
right.
if you want me, you know how to find me. It's not
Okay,
hard. So
okay.
that's
Oh,
not
shoot.
important.
You see this
Boss
right here?
it
Hey, evidently she know what she doing. Man. You only can talk like that when you got something going on.
Right,
You know what I mean?
right.
Most definitely.
So what's up? I mean, let's get into the transition.
Okay. The Transition to Freedom campaign originally came from when I was at my lowest point in my life,
Okay.
where I had thought that everything had failed, everything that I had tried to do was over with,
Right.
until I completely surrendered myself to God and told
Wow.
Him that I
That's
wanted
big.
His plans for my life.
Exactly.
Right.
And I figured, all of my plans were failing because I didn't have freedom myself. And in
Right.
order for me to get there, I had to transition to that point.
Right.
Wow.
And so transition is basically coming from childhood to an adult when you think of it in a psychology phase.
Okay.
And so, and that's where I came up with the Transition to Freedom campaign, because that's what we need.
Right.
That's what we don't have.
Because, I mean, as you know, we grew up from the streets, the roughest part of Kansas City.
Yes,
So
yes.
we've seen everything. We've witnessed everything. Our youth is just in so much trouble right now. Like, now they're a lot worse than how we were growing
Wow.
up. And it seems like it's just a pattern. So for you to have something like that for the people, I mean, this is a big, major thing. What about the NAACP? What's going on with that? Because you are part of the NAACP.
Yeah,
NAACP,
Right.
if y'all don't know what that is, look up the word. She's gonna tell you, but I want y'all to look it up
Right.
too
Do your
because
research.
that's big. That's big, man. Y'all need
Right.
to find out. We talk about Black History Month as it is,
Exactly.
and that's what it is. So definitely, man, that's important. So what do you have going on with the
Right.
NAACP?
Well, I'm currently with the NAACP. I'm active with the penitentiary portion of it.
Okay.
I basically work
Right.
with all the inmates,
Right.
and currently what I'm doing as far as the Transition of Freedom campaign, I have the Freedom 5 tour going on, where
Right.
we're trying to push forth of changing of the mandatory minimums, which is the 85% law,
Wow.
where
Wow.
that put men in prison behind drugs for the rest of their lives, and they let
Right.
the pedophiles run free.
Right,
Right.
she's out here for you. She out here for y'all.
Right, right.
You fellas out there. I mean, there is a woman that's trying to help y'all.
Most
Literally,
definitely.
seriously. I mean, hey, we been through it, so we know, we understand the struggle, right?
Most
Totally.
definitely, and what I want to see, because
Yeah.
I noticed you know, what I mean, you were saying about the transitioning yourself from, the childhood to adulthood, then
Right.
the transitioning from the jails to outside. So basically, this transition of freedom campaign can really touch a lot of different areas. It's not just a
Yeah.
penitentiary. It's not just it's whatever you need to be free from. You know what I
Yes,
mean, right?
exactly.
And people, they feel that, but that being in prison, they don't have freedom, but freedom is a mentality.
That's
Just
right.
Just because you walking around free, that doesn't make you free.
Yeah.
Say that again for him.
And whatever you,
Most definitely.
and it's whatever holds you back. It's materialism that can take your
Whatever.
freedom. Whatever consumes your mind and keep you from moving forward,
Most
that
definitely.
that takes your freedom. You're not free. You're in fact a
Exactly.
prisoner of that thing.
You-
Right.
Wow, that's big because, like I said, if you just think about the show, and it's just funny that you're saying these things because at the beginning of the show, I was just talking about basically she was talking about why the cage birds sing, and I think that's
Maya
very
Angelou.
right, and I
Yeah.
think that's
That's deep.
even practical application like that's really dope because why does a cage bird sing? You know what I mean? Because it's free, like that's what
right.
you know what I mean.
That's
So
right. That's right.
so just because you win, that don't mean you can't be natural. That don't mean you can't be free. You know what I mean? So that's big. And then another thing about the strip part, you know what I mean? When I was saying like stripping us of our identities, you know what I mean? Because
Exactly.
that's what I was
That's
really
very
getting
important.
down to. You know what I mean? That's what I was thinking.
Mhm.
You know
Right.
what I mean?
And I
So-
wanted to interject on that because now in today's society, everybody is running around and they trying to have a title, but nobody
Yeah.
knows their name.
Exactly.
Everybody, so I'm the biggest, I'm the baddest, I'm the best rapper, I'm the best cosmetologist, I'm the best TV host,
It's like
I'm the best.
competition.
Everybody,
Like we're competing with
it's a
each
crab
other.
in a
Yeah.
bucket effect.
Right.
Nobody can come together, and until you come together, you'll never move forward.
Exactly.
Because a house divided cannot stand.
Can't.
I
Not
heard
stand.
that. It's
So-
unity, y'all.
Mhm.
That's
Most
what it's
definitely.
about. It's about unity, and I'm just tired of it. And I'm glad that we actually have somebody, especially young, a young woman out here doing her thing. I mean, seriously, we're
Yes.
trying to help the people. I mean, it's kind of similar to what we're trying to do as well.
Yes,
We're
yes,
trying to
yes.
help the community, help those out here who need the push. We're trying to promote groups like yours, so that we can get to the youth and really, really, really help them and help them get it
That's
and
right.
understand who they are. Because we don't. We have lost our identity, like you were just saying earlier in the show.
Most definitely lost our identity.
It's ridiculous.
That's
Yeah.
why Kunta King tell y'all
Yeah.
he would not let them strip him of his identity.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's big because as you mentioned, far as the rappers, that's why all of them, Lil Wayne got 17 different names. Who are you? You feel what I'm saying? 2 Chainz got 17. All these people who everybody wants to be, they're not even going by their real names, and people want to be like these people, and you're trying to be like something that's really a facade. You know what I
Yes,
mean?
yes,
Something that's
yes.
not even real.
That
You
is
know
so
what I mean?
true. And don't know these people's life. They don't know what these people had to go through before they got to where they
Right.
are
But
going,
everything
you know
that
what I mean?
glitters ain't gold.
It's not.
Even though it looks good on TV and it's really sad that that's what our children have to look up to because our positive figures have diminished.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They don't have anybody else to look up to besides the television.
Exactly.
So when parents are working 3 jobs and they don't take time out to deal with their kids and explain to their children who they really are, explain
Right.
the history and their roots from where they came from, only thing you can look at is 2 Chainz.
That's true.
Only thing you can look at is Beyonce.
Y'all hear that? We don't have no more leaders. So where y'all at? Where are the leaders? We don't have leaders like Malcolm X no more. We don't have leaders like Martin Luther King no more.
We don't.
Where y'all at?
Most definitely.
Come on now.
And
you
like I
know,
was saying on my
we need it.
Facebook statuses, you know what I mean? Like I said, man, you're going to either be 2 things in life. You're either going to be a builder or a destroyer. You know what I mean? That's just
That's
what
right,
it is.
that's
And
right.
if you're not building, you're saying, oh, at least I'm not tearing down. I'm not raping. I'm not killing. If you're not building, you're a destroyer. You're saying you're in the same bucket with the
Exactly.
destroyers. You know what I mean?
Right.
So let's stand on something that's build something, man.
Yeah,
That's
let's
big.
do this.
Yeah,
Let's
that's
do
big.
this.
Totally. I believe that it comes with accountability because
Wow.
Kansas City don't think they have a problem. They call themselves Killer City, but they are not a threat to anybody but themselves.
Right.
And it's about taking responsibility, because when a drug addict goes to rehab, the first thing they have to do is get over the denial.
Right.
So Kansas City, they don't think that they have a problem.
Exactly.
You know, the parents don't think that they have a problem. The children don't think that they have a problem, but bad children come from bad parents.
That's so true.
And they whooping their kids for things that they are exposing to them, when the parents are the ones who need a whooping. You know what I mean? Don't beat your kids for something that you taught them.
Exactly.
You know, and that doesn't
You
make
hear
any
that,
sense.
right? You parents out there better get yourself together.
Go check out that Cat Williams. He told y'all, hey, maybe your kids ain't bad. Maybe you just a bad parent.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like I said,
Right.
we're not trying to knock anybody, because we know everybody got their struggles or whatever. But like she said, it takes accountability to say, you know what? I messed up. I done made mistakes.
Yeah.
But let me change it. Build it for your children. If nothing else, build something for your children, because
Right.
the club scene and getting your nails hair done and all that, that's cool.
ain't
Whatever you
about
want to
that.
do that,
It's
that's
not-
fine. But
it's not all
but
about
what are you teaching your children, man? Just being
Exactly.
materialistic, you know what I mean? To hate themselves. You feel what I'm
Exactly.
saying? And not what they really are, you know what I mean? Not who they were born to be, and not who they naturally are, man. I think
Right.
that's important, man,
That
right now.
is.
And I believe that people need to quit blaming everybody for their problems. You know, they blame the
that's
politicians,
bad. Mhm.
they blame the teachers, they blame their parents. You know, it's time to get over that. It's time to move forward. It's time
And
to
take
say,
accountability.
no matter what I've been through,
Mhm.
no matter what I'm facing, I'm
Right.
gonna do what I have. I'm gonna do the best with that thing. It doesn't matter about your car. It doesn't matter about your rims, your
Right.
$500 Remy weave.
Right.
You know, it makes no sense that you don't have no food in your icebox and you get $5,000 worth of food stamps a month.
Yeah, that's
But you were at the
ridiculous.
club taking your TANF money
They
and
do
you're
that.
partying and
They
you're
do
drinking
that.
and you're portraying that you were something when you were really nothing. You know,
Right.
and the reason that you're doing this is because what you see on TV.
What you saying?
Exactly.
And everybody's sitting on
Right.
Facebook and they're tweeting and you know, I'm saying this. Don't be my Facebook friend. Be my friend in real life.
Right, I
Follow
heard
me.
that.
Follow me
Y'all
while I
hear that?
clean up communities and while I save the children.
Right.
Don't tweet me. I'm not on the computer. I don't have time. If you're on the computer, we don't have anything in common, because I'm all about action. It's not a play thing.
Yeah, because I was looking for her on Facebook, and I noticed
You will
that,
not find me.
I noticed she ain't got a Facebook page.
You know what?
So
You
I'm
did
trying
call
to
me.
figure-
You called me. Was like, oh, I'm looking for my friend on Facebook. I cannot find her. I lost my numbers.
Right. And what is the reason for that?
Because I
Explain
feel that Facebook is a distraction. Twitter
Okay.
is a distraction. Anytime that you can pick up your phone and you just say, I'm just going to check my status, and you look up and you've been on there for an hour and 45 minutes, but you was just supposed to be checking your status. You could have been doing homework, could have been cleaning your house, could have been spending time with your kids. You could have been
Y'all
doing
hear
anything.
that?
But instead, you got on Facebook and it entrapped you. People are prisoners to Facebook and
They
Twitter
are.
and all of these Instagrams and all of that. That stuff is to keep you from knowing your true potential. It's one thing, you just up people's business. Because
Right.
you done got on there and you supposed to be updating your status, and now you done looked at everybody in their mama's
Right.
picture.
Right.
You know what I mean? And yet you get on there and people complain, oh, Kansas City, we have all this violence and all this. But what are you doing about
But what are
it?
you doing?
Now for networking, now if you on there networking, you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. Because really, I feel like Facebook is more so for networking. Like if you're trying to promote, or
Definitely.
if you want to reach your loved ones, you know. Because I mean, we without that, we wouldn't have been able to reach
That's what
certain
it's
people.
for.
But you're right. There's a lot of people that do get on Facebook and they're just on it for no reason. They don't have a reason to do it, and then they wonder why they're
Right.
behind on this, behind on that,
Yeah.
Right.
due to the fact that they're staying on there forever in a day.
Mhm.
So I totally understand that.
Right. Then you wonder why you get into fights because you want to comment on other people's
Yeah.
problems. Then you wonder why you
Yeah.
can't go to the club and why you funking with this person.
A lot of police that
Right.
kicked in your house,
Right.
especially, we got to get on that.
Okay.
You fellas out here, man, putting your business all out here, these guns, drugs, all of this, that's not cause for. And then you wonder why you're doing prison time. You can't be doing that. Yeah.
Man, that's definitely right, man. And like I said, and then that's the big thing too, because all I hear is from you dudes, he's a snitch, he's a rat. Don't you understand what you were doing? You're ratting to millions. You're snitching to millions of people.
Right, telling
He
them
told
all
on me
this.
about a weed sack, but you're telling on yourself about everything else. You telling, so you're the biggest rat of them all.
Right,
You know what I mean?
exactly.
So
yeah, that's so true.
you know what I mean? So
That's
that's
true.
I mean, like I said, man, transition yourself to freedom, man, because that's big, man.
Right,
Because it's
right.
so that goes into so many avenues, man. To everybody just need to kind of sit
We'll
back.
be forever
and
talking
see.
about how many different avenues that goes into. So
Right.
what's next? What's next?
Well, the transition of Freedom organization, it consists of many programs underneath. We have, there's multiple programs. We have, it's basically family orientation, youth revitalization, and reentry. Reentry is basically the attempt to get men who are recently getting out of prison jobs, getting them places to stay, getting them stable within their minds because they're institutionalized. And Kansas City has a 74% recidivism rate, which means they get out, go right back to jail. You know, and they say, it's the environment that you put them in, but we ourselves have to blame ourselves for the environment. You know what I mean? So we basically, we assess these men, and they take all of these tests so we can determine if you need psychology, if you need a counselor, if you need drug rehab, if you need medication. We want to be able to pinpoint that thing so that we're able to give you the exact help that you need to move forward and to break those chains of institutionalism.
Powerful. Oh my gosh. I'm excited. I'm excited about this. This is going to be a big deal. Y'all going to hear about this girl. Y'all going to hear a whole lot about her, man.
Most definitely, man. And like I said, I just want to thank you, like I said, just for the simple fact you coming on here, and like I said, it was very, it just opened your eyes to a lot of things, man, that people are doing in the community. And I'm just saying, man, let your network be your best work now because it's big, man. Network with her, man, because she's out here networking for y'all, for your peoples, your cousins, your loved ones, for your kids. I mean, this is big, man. Let's get our kids into something positive. Let's get yourselves into something positive, man, because there's stuff out here that we can be doing for the community.
Yes,
you know what I mean? That's going to help everybody. Like I said, we can all rise above our community and in our environment, our circumstances, if we just connect with the right people.
Yeah, if we can
connect with the right people.
This is the right
you know what I
person
mean?
here.
Connect with the right people and
see, I don't want people that are in looking for money because everything I do it from the heart. I have a purpose. My whole thing is to fulfill my purpose while I'm here on this earth. When I leave this earth, I'm not leaving behind Bentleys or Benzes. I want to leave behind a legacy. I want to leave behind something that my son can hold on to. You know, I don't want to be famous. I'd rather be infamous. You know what I mean? To where you can understand that living this life is not your own. You know, your purpose needs to be fulfilled. In order for you to do that, you might have to be the one to step out and say, hey, put God first. Y'all tripping out here. You know, and I have a lot of people that are opposed to what I do. A lot of people, they talk down on what I do. But, hey, they talked about Jesus.
They talked about, so who are we?
Right,
so
exactly.
Who are we? Most
We're not
definitely.
perfect.
And I'm glad you brought that up because, like I said, it says, man, in the word, man, we are just vessels, man.
That's
we are not our own.
That's
you know what I mean? We are not our own. You know what I mean? We are just vessels here to put for a purpose. You know what I mean? And definitely, man, it's important that we find that purpose.
We are so happy that you're on our show. Thank you for blessing us with your presence.
Oh, girl.
We totally appreciate everything that you're doing for the community. If there's anything we can do, me and Kent, we're willing to get involved.
Thank you.
Do you have a walk coming up, a march, or anything? Because I know you were talking about that previously as well.
Yes, on April 13th, I will be teaming up with Vinelanders Community Land and Trust, which is a black organization where they will be building houses from the ground up.
Oh, that's what's up.
And
that's a big deal.
you know, this woman Alice Goodlow, she has worked. She walked on her feet, walking around in impoverished areas, asking people to sign up and saying that you only need to pay this amount of money per month, that we're going to put all our money together. And everybody was totally against her. So now she is at that point to where we're about to be building houses from the ground up.
Wow.
And they didn't believe it. You know what I'm saying? They never believe it until they see it, but you got to walk by faith and not by sight, but they don't understand that. And so I'll be there, and I'll be setting up a venue there, and I'm just going to be doing a lot of community service. I'm going to be going out, cleaning up communities from the north, the south, the east to the west. I'm working with all diverse groups, every ethnic background, Africans, Asians, Sudanians, all of them. And we're going to be putting gardens and parks, and we're going to be going into elderly homes, and I'm going to be doing hair for the elderly, giving them haircuts, and going into animal shelters, helping with the animals.
This is all free.
This is
free.
what I do.
This is what she's doing. She's doing this from the heart. This is a
and them are the people that we want, man. The people who's willing to sacrifice the club, sacrifice the Facebook. You know what I mean? Because the hours on Facebook and at the club can really be going towards helping someone. Because if you were in that situation, you would want somebody to help you.
Right.
You know what I mean? So why not help somebody else? Because you never know. Like I said, God give it, and He will take away.
That's right.
And like I said, because nothing is yours. And so like I said, let's stop making plans. You know what I mean, about all this other stuff, and start going into action.
Right,
man.
let's stop making excuses, definitely, because we got a lot of them, don't we?
But people who make excuses, they don't know that they have a problem. So that's just what that is.
That was good. Like I said, man, faith faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen.
That's
so
right.
y'all better get up on it,
That's
man,
right.
and start walking
That's
by
right.
that, man. Let's get it.
All right, thank you, Camila. We do appreciate you
All
coming on to the
right.
show.
This
Thank
is
you.
so fun. This is so fun, man. Hey, now this is what we here for, the great exposure, man. Let's
Yeah.
expose the streets, expose
Let's
yourselves.
do that.
Man, come holler at us.
All right,
Thank
and
you.
then before we leave, I will be running for city council in 2015
Oh,
in the
whoa.
3rd district. So please run with me. Yeah,
That's
because we
right.
transitioning.
Yeah,
into
y'all hear?
freedom.
Y'all heard? Yeah, hey, listen. This was a political campaign in itself. You hear what I'm saying? Like I said,
Totally.
she just did her thing. Like I said, y'all see that is real though. It's genuine. She's doing
Yeah.
it for free right now.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? With nothing behind her. So think about if she had some power. If she had, you know what I mean, a plateau to really work from. Think how much, you know, she can help you and you and you.
Exactly.
And you.
So let's
You know?
support her, y'all. This is a strong black woman. She's
Thank
trying to
you.
help our community. So let's support her. Thank y'all for tuning in. We may have her on the show again. So y'all definitely wanna stay tuned in. But when we get back, we'll have another guest. Thanks for tuning in to the Great Exposure.
That exposure.